Hello, beautiful women. I am here with Antoinette, and we're going to talk about Ikebana arrangements and Ikebana experiences today. Antoinette will join us for the retreat, and I want to welcome you officially.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here and happy to be able to share my passion of flower arranging in a completely different way than the Western world thinks about it. This is a flower arranging that's asymmetrical, that is bringing nature into our home that we can appreciate every day, and with seasonal flowers and also with branches, which we don't do very much in the Western world. And the branches represent our trees that are out there because they are part of nature too. And I will be happy to show you how we have everything look up to heaven, how we create a circle of harmony, how we make our branches and flowers talk to each other and their meaning in that season that we're using them in. We usually use a pottery container because that represents our earth. And it's usually handmade. If we can possibly get it handmade, that's the best. I probably will be using for the retreat a handmade lotus basket because in Japan we can use baskets from May to the end of October, and that's because it's the reed that we're harvesting and using and twisting to make something beautiful that is also very completely natural. So I'll probably be using that. I brought in just to show you just that I cut a few minutes ago. This is red dogwood, and this is probably something that we will be using. And what we do is we strip it because Ikebana is interested in lime. So although it just looks like a shaggy tree when you see it on the side of the road or in your yard, there's a lot of nice line and color in it that we tend to miss. I don't know if you can see that, but this one is one that I haven't stripped. And here you see, and you see the tip, how interesting that is. When it's fresh, we can learn to bend it as we put it in our arrangement. So these will always be looking.
It's almost like a wire, like as you were bending it, it actually literally bends.
So when it's fresh, it's always pliable, and we always use fresh material because that's what nature is. So Ikebana is not a silk flower or a plastic flower. It must always be a fresh flower or branch from the season, or a dried one that was once live and has passed on to its next stage in life.
Okay.
So often in the fall we have many dried flowers as we come to the end of fall that we also use in our arrangement. And many things that are live dry really well naturally. So that's why we can use them. We use no chemicals.
Nice.
We use no foam in our containers. We use water.
I'm glad you say that because I was curious about the foams that I see.
Yes.
But, okay, it's all natural.
All natural. We use, this is a kenzan. They come in all shapes. This is just a sample that I brought because we work asymmetrically in our container. And we fill it to the edge with water. And that makes a reflection of our arrangement. And it is the reflection of our life that we see in the water. And water is something necessary that we need in life.
Yeah.
So all of that ties.
Beautiful symbology that it brings together, reflecting on.
Yes, and we do reflect as we create the arrangement. I brought in today, just because I had it, a white chrysanthemum. This is a Fujima, and it's also the flower of Japan. Ikebana is a Japanese art, and Ikebana means living flowers, so that's another reason we don't use anything artificial. So we'll be probably using some form of chrysanthemum, but only one kind of chrysanthemum per arrangement. so you can focus on the beauty of the flower itself. And as it changes, yeah, as it changes in the arrangement, as the arrangement matures. So,
So you plan for that
so
as you
we
create an
plan for
arrangement?
that as we create. So we will usually have a bud, and that will that represents the birth of life. A very open chrysanthemum will be our maturity in life. And as one is starting to lose the petals, that the petals are a little down, that's going on to our last stage in life as we move on. So they all change during the day, the flowers and the branches. So every time we look at this arrangement, whether it's for one day or for the week, it looks different, and it helps us meditate on our life today. Our life for this day is different than our life that was yesterday, or what our day will be tomorrow.
Yeah. Acknowledging the change. Aging came to mind as I was thinking about it, as listening to you, aging, and throughout the process, the beauty.
Right. And
like,
always
constantly.
beautiful at every stage. Always beautiful.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the harmony that our arrangement provides, and how peaceful it is to look at it once it's all done.
I look forward to this workshop. I hope you do too. Antoinette will
thank
demo.
you. Yes, I will do a demonstration, and I hope you enjoy it and feel the spiritual warmth as we work on it. It will be very nice.
It will be beautiful. Thank you so much,
Thank you for letting me share.
Take care, and look forward to seeing you at the retreat.
Yes, we do.
If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. You can find us on Facebook, Celebrating You Retreat in New Hampshire. We also have a website where you can read more about the retreat, and that's celebratingyouretreat.eventbrite.com.
See you there.
See you.
Bye.